Alright, you guys are good to go. LimeLight.
Hello, everybody. I'm one of your hosts, Jason, and this is our guest host, Justin.
Hello.
He's filling in while Tia is away. So, firstly, thanks for tuning in. We're glad you're here. And on today's episode, we are checking out the LimeLight by Electronic Audio Experiments. So, what's the LimeLight? Besides being one of my all-time favorite songs by the band Touche Amore, it's also a pretty cool dual drive pedal that's named after said song.
So it was designed in collaboration by the people over at Electronic Audio Experiments, along with those guitar players from Touche Amore, Nick Steinhardt and Clayton Stevens, and it's the core guitar sound for their album Laments. So if you look at the controls on the front, it's a pretty simple layout. You're going to have two switches, one for drive and one for boost. The boost is controlled by its own individual knob. For the drive section, you're going to have volume, tone, and gain, which is what you're used to seeing on a lot of the other pedals. And that's going to do it. Outside of the focus switch, that I just forgot.
One thing to note is the boost adjusts the boost channel from 0 decibels to 21 decibels of clean gain when turned clockwise. Now that focus switch that Justin talked about, it is a variable low cut in the drive section, which adjusts the amount of chime and mid-range presence, if you will. And Justin already went over the left and right foot switches and what they do. So
Now onto the sound.
for this demo, I'm using the American Performer Jazzmaster. And this is the boost channel. Here's what it sounds like not engaged at all. That's no boost or anything. Here's what it sounds like boosted. So let's hear that drive. Okay. I don't know the rest. All right.
Humbuckers?
Yep.
This is my 2012 SG Standard. Totally unmodified except for the cosmetics on it, but it's got the original weird quick connect system with the 490 pickups in it. First thing I'm going to do is see how this boost sounds with the boost level all the way down. So that's super transparent.
Yeah.
It's really not affecting the EQ at all. It's just adding extra volume into the front end of that drive section.
Oh, actually, let's get you to do the focus up.
All right. So the focus switch definitely adds a little bit of clarity, especially in that low end, which is obviously its intended purpose. I'm going to take the gain all the way up and see how crazy it goes.
Uh-oh.
Xander, be on standby.
Sounds nice. Chewy. So here's my clean tone. Here's with the drive. And here's with the boost going into the drive. It sounded so much better before I started turning all the knobs.
I mean, I set these things for a reason.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're good. You're good. You're good. So, final thoughts and first impressions. I'll go first. I've had this drive for a little bit, and being the big Touche Amore fan, I was always kind of just interested, especially once I started seeing clips of it surface on Instagram. And it should be noted that this is the version 2. But after seeing those clips and seeing everybody like do demos of it, I believe Ryan from Demo in the Darks, I believe he did one, and I loved it. So I asked our friend Alex at Maz Distro to like, hey, I kind of want one, because not only am I a big Touche Amore fan, I like drive pedals now. So yeah, onto the drive itself, my thoughts. Outside of the Strymon Sunset, for me, this is kind of my first like dual drive, if you will. I don't own a ton of drive pedals, and the ones that I do sound excellent. I am going to... The ones that I do sound excellent.
You said it weird. Yeah. Did you say excellent or excellent?
I heard the
excellent. But onto the pedal itself. I love this pedal. Again, I'm not the biggest drive fan in the world, and so a dual drive for me was rather interesting and a cool approach. With me being a fanboy of sorts for Touche Amore, and you know, I don't want to sound biased, but considering that one, they use single coils, and this pedal was designed around that fact, it sounds so good with the Jazzmaster. You know, obviously, if you listen to their record, because they used it on their record, and I know they used a prototype on their record, it sounds amazing on that. So I think for someone like me, this drive is perfect. I do love the transparentness of the boost, especially when you had it engaged. And like you said, it's chewy. So I'm going to give this our Chewbacca stamp of approval. That's what it's getting. I just made that up, and we're giving it a Chewbacca stamp of approval. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to say. I do like it compared to other drives, especially with me being a big clone, like lower overdrive fanatic. Obviously, it's not like a clone circuit, but I think it does low drive and full-on drive rather well. That's my 2 cents.
It's funny that you bring up Klon, because anytime I hear about the volume knob controlling 2 things at once, that's where my mind goes immediately. So maybe there is a little bit of that inspiration, but I didn't realize prior to you saying that, designed around single coils, I definitely do think I liked it better on your guitar than mine. But one thing I really liked about it is the way it kind of opens up and blooms the harder you hit it. A lot of the drives these days go for that. They go for that kind of dynamic thing. But when you start hitting them too hard in the front, they just choke out real hard and you lose what you're going for. But it seems like the more you crank that boost and the harder you hit your guitar, the more that frequency range of this pedal really starts to open up and sound really nice and full.
I will say one thing that we definitely have to add. Can we just talk about the design of this pedal? I love simple designs, yet elegant. It has a minimalist-like design, which, I mean, obvious reasons, like if you've seen the band, like obvious reasons why it kind of looks like that. But other than that, I love this pedal. It is available on retail sites like Reverb and such, and like most vendors that have them. I'm not certain which ones, but you can check that down below. I think if you are looking for a dual drive, this should be one of your top considerations, especially if you are familiar with the band Touche Amore and you're going for that style. I think it'll work for anything. It dad rock, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Stop it! Yeah, so I guess it's closing time. Again, thank you to Alex from Mass Distro for sending this out to us. Thank you to Justin for being here and filling in for Tia while she's away. Check out our affiliate links, and if you find something that you want, use that, because that helps us out. Check us out on our social media. We have them all. We have Patreon. You could be a supporter of this channel if you like what we do and you want us to continue. We have merch. We have a ton of merch. Buy some shirts. Be cool. So, with that said, thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Let us know in the comments below what's your favorite drive pedal that you've heard. And good drive, good night, good fight. The boost channel goes from 0 to fuck. Yeah, it goes from 0 to fuck.
Favorite speed.